Good morning, everybody. We are here to talk about women leaders in travel. According to research by WTTC, women play a vital role, and today we represent 54% of the travel and tourism's employment worldwide. Last year, WTTC took one step further at their global summit, which was held in Cancun, where a pledge and declaration was signed to boost female representation in leadership roles, removing the barriers, ensuring fair treatment, and encouraging greater financial, professional, and social independence. In the long term, the private sector pledged to increase the female representation of leadership positions that will go up by 30 to 50%, aiming towards this increase of women representation at board levels and C-suites by 2030. Dubai, as we know, has always been ahead of the game. And today we have two dynamic women who own their travel companies in Dubai. I have the pleasure of introducing to you all Anisa Omar, founder of Dexplore Dubai, and Buthaina bin Fahad, founder of the Experience Makers Dubai. I would like both of them to introduce themselves and speak a little bit about themselves before we start, the session. So, Buthaina, Anisa, would you like to, start?
Yes, thank you, Deepa. So, yes, I'm Anisa Omar Al-Khatib. I'm from Dubai, and I founded this travel and tour company in 2019. And it's been a great journey. Every day it's a learning, and being in the travel industry, it's very dynamic. So I started with inbound, and now I find myself doing more other things, not just the tours. And yeah, I'm looking forward for all this industry has to bring, and I'm ready, yes, to roll with it.
Buthaina, over to you.
Yes, hello everyone. My name is Buthaina bin Fahad. I'm the owner of Experience Makers Tourism, as introduced by you, Deepa. I need to explain why I'm calling it Experience Makers and why I established my own company. Yes, I have my permanent job with the Dubai government. However, I am a passionate traveler for such a long time. Even I was very young, traveling with family, passionate to explore, to discover when we go to Europe and so on in the summer, after schools, after college. So I'm not the type who would sit in a city and have and do shopping and coffee. I like to, you will find me in the mountains, in the caves, rivers, in the lakes, everywhere else, learning about cultures, religions, and so on. So that interest have been growing actually as a family. And I always say the reason is my father, because he's passionate about different religions and cultures. So I was a child and he was taking us through all different tours. Otherwise, I have no idea where I'm going and what is it and what are we doing actually. But this has been growing. I always say it's my father is the reason. So with time, as we became more independent, I started exploring other countries, not alone, actually with mostly the group is my sisters, relatives, and close friends. And sometimes, yes, my parents or my mother and so on joins us. However, with time, because of the way I became the travel manager at home, because I'm a detailed person and I like to have a program, I will never just book a flight and just fly over and then think what I will do. I love to be prepared, and all my free time is about to travel. I read, I explore, I watch National Geography, I watch Discovery, and so on. So that passion have been growing. It's my free time. Then when people started coming to me, asking me to tailor their trips or to do their bookings, sometimes just a plan, they started encouraging me that you should have a business. And I was saying I don't have really time to establish, and I know how passionate I am. But 4 years ago, I established the company. And I called it experience makers because I always say travel is not about booking a hotel and a transfer. It's about what do you experience. Even accommodation is an experience. So that's why I like to try sometimes lodges, sometimes cottage, sometimes, these small like houses or village areas or tents and so on. It's good to experience, to know and to see and to appreciate where you live and what you have and to actually to explore. And it builds a lot of things in you without realizing. So based on that, I love to call it experience makers because it's more than actually a travel.
Of course.
And, before COVID, I just started and I'm alone. I don't really have a big company. So I didn't want to promote myself a lot. As it comes, I work on it. Then COVID came in and we were not doing very well, all of us. So I was actually working on different plans for the future. I was not hopeless. I know things will change. And now after COVID, it was up and down. But I believe I can see that good indications now that it is picking up.
Right.
This is the reason behind establishing my company.
Lovely. I mean, that is so inspiring, actually. And that actually was my question. What inspired you to start, your company? So you've like taken on the introduction and explained it so beautifully, and I'm sure it will be an inspiration to so many others. Anisa, what was yours?
As Buthaina, she mentioned, for me to travel is the same. I am kind of, I share with her the same personality in terms of traveling. But for me, when I travel, I encounter a lot. I'm a people person, so I would be talking to people. So when I am outside, encountering many people, and when they come to know that I'm from the Gulf, from UAE, they have a lot of misconceptions about the culture, the woman especially. So this made me, okay, I can do this. I can be an ambassador for my country, and yeah, you're welcome. Just come. It's a very safe country. And what you think, it's completely not right. Please come into Dubai, and yes, I'll be your friend. So this is where I started doing, the things. And now, yes, evolving, as Buthaina, she said, because even when I travel, I would be handling all the itineraries. I'll do all the research about experiences, the food. So shopping would be the last on my list. Yes, I love shopping, but then we have all these shops here, all the brands. So for me, that's the least of my the list. I would just be going out and about everywhere. And I think that is so fulfilling to our life and experience here.
Right.
So we share almost the same.
Awesome. And in your opinion, Anisa, what are the features that you feel need to change to make it more, inclusive?
In terms of travel market,
yes.
Traveling for women.
In terms of traveling, do we need to, have it as air separate, hotel separate? I feel an all-inclusive would be really good because then you don't need to think much when you're at a destination. So according to you, I mean, what do you think would be the features to make, for us to change this overall to make it all-inclusive?
Okay, I believe that clients, people who are traveling, they are different. So it depends with the client, then you can cater or create the experience what they're looking. So there are people who would like to be in the nature, or there are people who would like just to be in the cities and shopping. So I don't believe that we can incorporate everything in one package or in one experience. It depends with the people who would be traveling with you or you would be serving them.
Right. And what about you, Buthaina? I mean, are you of the same opinion? I know that travelers are very different, and we have the younger generation, we have the older generation who don't want to think, the younger generation who want to explore. But what's your opinion or take on this?
Again, yes, it depends on the preference of a customer or a person. However, if you ask me, I love everything to be one package, paid in advance, even my meals, my lunch, my dinner, everything, as much as possible based on the tour plan. It's paid when I share the menu, I check what kind of cuisine we are going to and so on. So I always prefer package. But sometimes some people, it can be like a list they add on. Some people, they ask about, for example, okay, how much you get me the tickets? But some people want to use their miles. Some people have special cards and so on. So sometimes we exclude the tickets, or maybe many times. Otherwise, everything is organized. And some people, they say, no, I know that place very well. You get me, organize everything for me, except the tickets or the transfers, whatever, the way they prefer. Self-drive and so on. It depends.
Right. Yeah, I also sometimes feel that when it's a new destination, it's better to have everything organized before you travel. And maybe later, when we really like the destination, when we go there, we could explore on our own, which is the second or a third time. But the first time, I'm of the opinion as well, like you, including meals, because I'm a vegetarian, so I'm quite annoying wherever I go. So I don't want surprises too, So yeah. Buthaina, what do you think we should do to engage the next generation to enter the industry? Because I think our industry is so fascinating, and we should have more and more women engage and come in and join us. So what do you think we should do?
Yeah, I'll tell you what I noticed from the next generation. They are more into group travel. This is what I have a good connection and a good network of local UAE travel bloggers and so on, UAE travel bloggers, okay? The younger ones, I notice, they love that, let's do a company of group travel, ladies group travel. This is what they are focusing on. Not maybe like me and Anisa. And honestly, when I checked, I'm glad that I met Anisa, because we did not come across each other earlier. I was fascinated that how she's presenting the culture for the inbound travel, which I started receiving recently, and I would love to, of course, cooperate with her to represent that. But for generation, they are more into outbound travel as groups. Even after COVID, I'm also an outbound person, but COVID made me discover my country and see how beautiful my country is, which I'm very proud of. And I've been planning for, but I give a priority to travel whenever I am off. But now every weekend you will find me in the mountains, in the valleys, somewhere hiking, trekking, camping, which I love, and I do take groups of ladies. So when they don't want the headache of having a business and a company and the agency. This will be, I think, one out of every few hundreds, like me and Anisa. But others, they love things to be organized, and they are willing to take, but they want the headache of organizing everything with someone else. I am encouraging, honestly, and we will be proud, of course, to see more women, because I do attend events. I don't see anyone else wearing a abaya except me sometimes. So it's nice to see others, and to empower each other, to support each other, of course. And it's not only, I don't want to feel that it's a duty, but it's nice to see the generation getting into other fields other than what we are known for as a country or culture.
Right. And Anisa, would you want to say or add anything to this?
So what Buthaina, she said is completely right, but then I've noticed that there is these younger generation girls, some of them would like to explore it, but then they don't know how to do it or where to go. So I think we can provide them with internship programs in summer or placement for 1 month, just to experience and be with us, just to give them the feel. And this really is going to add a lot to them, and will influence their decision in the future, that they can do it. And this is a lot, if they're passionate about it, they will really do well. So I feel social media also, because Buthaina, you might don't know me personally, but I've seen your Instagram account, and I'm following you. So the social media, it's very good to influence others. Mm-hmm. And as you said, we support each other. So by being on social media, then you influence others. If out of your follower, if you could influence one, that is great. I think we did, yes.
And
Lovely.
I noticed now the younger generation, they are more also, I feel, adventurous, and they are very much into. Many of them tell me, take me to safari, take me to South America, because they saw what I have been going through. Now, even in hiking, you can't believe how many ladies, I don't know them, through social media, they send me messages. Please let me know. I want to join you. I want to experience. I am a first timer. And I do encourage them a lot, and I encourage them to continue, because I keep saying, you only know you discover something about yourself when you experience it. You cannot just look at the picture and videos and say, oh, this is so nice, but I cannot do it. You have to experience. It's not risky, it's nice, and you feel something different afterwards. And even, by the way, there are many things actually I need to work on for the social media, which I started but not shared yet. It will come out soon, inshallah. Many of them, even though they travel a lot, they tell me, your tips are very useful, especially, let's say, for hiking, I send a list. This is what you need to wear, the type of clothes, the type of shoes, and I insist on a few things. This is what you need to carry with you. If we camp, the same thing, the list, the add-ons. When we travel, either it's snow or it's summer, it's a beach holiday, whatever, when they see the list, they do say, we appreciate the amount of effort and time you put into this, which is very helpful for us to pack. So I don't waste time thinking what I need, or I'm afraid to forget something. Maybe you won't believe me, but in the list I even mentioned.
I vouch for that. I vouch for this. Yeah.
I'll give you example, simple about hiking, that I mentioned. Carry with you a small garbage plastic bag in your case, in case you have garbage to throw away. Keep it in your bag with you. So when we find the garbage, you throw it away. We don't throw
it to the mountains.
Yes. So as simple as this, they say this is a very good, and I hear them saying, Buthaina said, bring one plastic. They take it out of the bag.
Amazing, Buthaina, mashallah alayk.
Yeah, that is so thoughtful.
Yes, even you care for the environment.
Helpful, yeah, it's very helpful. And by the way, they suggested to me to do one hike to clean the environment, either in a valley. It's becoming too high, so I'm just the last one I did last weekend. You get worried about some ladies. They need to drink sufficient amount of water to be in a good fitness. So I wait until the next season to start maybe with cleaning the environment.
And I think this time we can start a little early. Hopefully winter comes in a little earlier in November. So yeah, we can start a little early. And by then we will do some more such sessions where we can have a stronger women, group to have such tours and explore the world.
Yes.
And to both of you, I think something that has intrigued me the most, I'd like to ask, being a UAE national and a woman leader, what is the kind of support that you have received, both from the government and your family? I mean, there's a lot that we see on media, and but we don't get to interact with the nationals as closely as we are speaking today. So maybe both of you can individually take this and just, speak to all of us and tell us, because I think that's something that has always been on my mind.
I don't know, Anisa.
Yes, you can go ahead, Buthaina, or you'd like me to start?
Okay. As a family, of course, they are happy. They have office at home. They have full services. Anybody's passport you are looking for, you will find it with me. Anybody's visa details with me, Skywards, everything with me. Anybody in the family, not only in our house. Family and close friends. So if someone loses their passport, they will call me. Do you have copy? So it will be with me, definitely. So family, of course, support, anything I need. No worries, nothing. I proudly do what I do. They know I'm passionate. I do it with love. I don't do it that I have to do it. It's what I love doing, and it's my free time. They know all the time I'm searching, reading, preparing, and so on. Something I use for the future. So family-wise, alhamdulillah, all good. Very supportive family. This is one. If I come to the government, of course, there is support, because when I wanted to establish, I don't want to put a huge investment, but I wanted to do what I'm doing. I used to do plans for others and service as a travel, as a favor, as a help, that's it. But as it started increasing, everybody, when they see how I do things, they keep saying, you have to do it as a business. And business with passion is different. It's not about money. It's actually, I feel happy when I see them, how happy they are when they travel or go on trips that I have organized, and the feedback I receive. So then the good thing is our government is very supportive for SMEs, small businesses. So it didn't cost me much to really issue a license, very minimum charge, that is even not to mention, something very simple to help us at least to start, since can I do it or not, which is very good. And all the waivers they do for us to be able to try to have personal business, to engage, to participate, to do things. Even banking facilities, the banks started to realize there are small businesses. You cannot ask a home-based business to have 100,000 or 50,000 to start with as an amount that's not to be touched in an account. So banking facilities are there. Government facilities are there, like the licensing, as I mentioned, and they waive a lot of charges for the first 5 years of SMEs, which is really good. It used to be 3, they extended to 5. And I believe it's taken up differently after year 5. And honestly, they have given me even an office, what they call Istidama, from Dubai Economic Department. I don't have my license, even because it's travel business. It's not Intalaq or these home-based business. It is a trade license, a normal trade license, because of the type of activity I am doing, inbound and outbound travel services. But to support SME as a local, to support, they have given me like a workstation in their Istidama Business Center, which I don't use, and it's not that I have to use, but I have my contract that this is the office. In case I need it, I can use it. And if I have anyone else, I can, with my license, of course, I can hire people. But I'm working on it differently with contracts, suppliers, and so on, because of my situation, my permanent job, and other things. But future-wise, yes, of course, I'm planning to expand and to have proper setup and so on. So far, the government been very supportive and very thankful, and the banking facilities as well, as I said. And alhamdulillah, even working with partners, they are very supportive. Even if I look at the private sector, all the travel DMCs, agencies, they are very supportive and also willing to extend their support and services to us, which I'm thankful for, honestly. That's
Anisa, what do you think? What are your comments on how your family and the country supported you?
Buthaina, she's covered, mashallah, everything in terms of the government. The government, I find it's super supportive. I am grateful and lucky to be an Emirati woman, because during the pandemic, I didn't renew my trade license. So all the charges have been waived, and they do follow up with me on a daily basis until I finished everything. So alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, can't be happy or grateful more than this. And with the family, yes, they're so proud of what I'm doing. And this really made me believe more in myself, and my inbound clients, they're coming through my family too, especially my brothers. They always bring me customers and clients. And as Buthaina said, I do it with love. So when I give them a services, I make sure that I am partnering with the good suppliers and very reputational ones, and they get a very good feedback. And in return, they keep coming back to me. Wow. So yes, it's easy to do this,
feels
especially
good, right?
Yes.
It really feels like an accomplishment and feels so good. I mean, I can quite relate to both of you because I moved into Dubai when I was as early as 19. just right after college. And whatever I am today, UAE has given me, everything. So I'm so appreciative of being, a woman in the industry. And when my parents and when, women at home look at me today, because we come from a very closed, family, many are so jealous of me that I've been able to accomplish or work and achieve so much. So I quite think this must be in some manner relating to you all as well, because world has advanced so much today that we have been able to make a place for ourselves in in the industry and in today's world, where in the past it wasn't the case. Women were always asked to be mothers and be the ones making the food for the family, manage homes. And today we are allowed to explore and achieve whatever we want to achieve. So thank you so much, both of you, for the time that you've taken. And I am very grateful to UAE and to whatever I've achieved today. Thanks to the Almighty, and thank you DDPL for letting me, speak to these two wonderful Emirati women to, tell us about their experiences. And I wish both of you all the luck, and we must meet at some trips and, more to women power.
Sure. I strongly support these things, and I strongly support women, and I feel so proud to see women in different industries and in different places and positions. I do trust everyone can do what they love to do, and what they want to do. Nobody should underestimate anybody. Nobody is bad. Everyone is good, and everybody has a skill that it's not that they're better than me, no, but this is a gift which they need to excel at and look after. And that's why we need each other. We cannot work.
True.
Yeah.
Together is more power. Yes.
Yeah, and more power, and you learn something, definitely. With every meeting, I do believe that you come out with something. And thank you so much for this opportunity.